Hey everyone, welcome to Two Car Pros. My name is Ryan, and today we're going to be taking a look at how to replace the transfer case fluid for a 2002 Ford F-150. Now the transfer case fluid for this truck is a little bit interesting because originally in the manual it says to use Mercon, which sounds fair enough, but they discontinued Mercon and started making Mercon V. But Mercon V you can't put in a transfer case. So Ford came out with the fluid called XT12, I believe it's called. But then they stopped making that as well. So what do? Well, I found an interesting article straight from Ford, linked down below in the description, that says to use Mercon LV for your transfer case, and you're still going to be using Mercon 5 or Mercon V for your transmission. So there's a little bit of murkiness with that, with Mercon, but I hope that clears things up. So the fluid you should be using is Mercon LV today in these older trucks, just for the transfer case, not for the transmission. So with all that out of the way, we can go ahead and jump in. The only thing you're going to need is a 3/8 drive ratchet. Okay, so we're here on the transfer case, and we are going to squirt some WD-40 on the drain pan bolts here. Yeah, like that. That is the drain one, and then the fill one is really hard to see because not only is it covered in grime, it is really gross and dark. So we're just going to kind of carpet bomb it with some WD-40 and know that we got it. Alright, we're going to let that sit for about 15 minutes or so. Okay, for reference, the top drain bolt is right there, and the bottom one is on the lower left of your screen there. But we're going to remove the top one first, because if you can't remove that, it's good to know that you can't do that one first. So that is where we are sticking our 3/8 drive. I know it's dirty and gross, nothing I can do about that. And then we're going to get a wrench and turn that off. And loosen that, it comes right off, how nice. Whoever put this in overfilled it last time. That should not come out. It's fine. So this is what the drain bolt looks like. We need to clean that off real well and replace it. Okay, and then on the lower one, no extension, just a 3/8 ratchet drive here. Oh yeah. All right, so we're gonna put the lower drain bolt back in, because this is what's going to hold the fluid when we replace it via the top one. And the torque specification is 22 foot-pounds. If you do not have a torque wrench, that is understandable. Just medium tight is probably acceptable. There you go. Okay, so now we can replace the fluid for the transfer case. Now it's really easy to tell when you've put enough in, because it'll just start coming out of the fill port here, and once it starts coming out, you know that's the right level. It should be about 2 quarts. I will leave a link down below in the description where you can buy what I'm putting in. I will also leave a link to this neat pump I'm using, which is gonna save me some effort, which I'm okay with. Okay, as you can see, it started spilling out of the fill port here, so we know we're at the correct amount. And now we can replace our fill port plug. And again, if I find a torque spec, I will put it on screen now. But if you don't have a torque wrench, which is understandable, medium tight's good. Like that. So that is how to replace the transfer case fluid for a 02 F-150. Anything in that range is going to be exactly the same. It's super easy, super straightforward, and absolutely necessary. Make sure you're doing this type of service. All applicable links are down below in the description, and if you're interested in my type of content, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you next time.